In this video, we're gonna be closing this in-ground swimming pool from start to finish. We're gonna be winterizing it and closing it, getting ready for the winter season. I'm gonna show you guys all the tips and tricks that you need to know to close your own pool from a professional pool company. Let's get started.
Come over here, turn the pump off, then I turn the breaker off. So now it's off. It's just taking a second to kick off. Breaker's off. It needs to stay off for the winter time. All right, now we're gonna take the filter apart. This is a 200 square foot filter, so it's one of the small filters. It is a small pool, so we don't need nothing really much bigger. It's gonna be kind of tight to get off. Watch your feet. Side, watch your feet.
Help us out a little bit.
You'd be surprised. You don't help that much. Oh, you help.
Oh, I helped a lot.
Jeez.
Oh man, nice.
My filter looks in good shape. Like
yeah,
you cleaned
it's new.
it. Oh, okay.
I put a new filter in like 2-3 months ago.
I got you.
There we go. I'm gonna clean this.
Yeah, I gotta pull this shaft out. So I'm gonna put everything back in there and leave the filter out. We're gonna clean the filter and leave it out all winter. That's good.
All right, guys. So we just pulled this thing apart. We tried to flip it upside down and then just popped it off. We're gonna clean this filter, store it, and then we just put the cartridge, this holder in there, lock it back up. Everything's drained out, and we're gonna throw the plug back in under here. But it's just gonna depend on your system. But the idea here is just to pull all the filters out, clean it, and then unplug everything so everything is drained out completely. So we've got this contraption that we've designed through the guy that we've is friends of ours, and we've developed this where we drill the hole, put the fittings in that fits our blower. And so we're gonna get the lid for this pump. So if you've got different pumps that you're working with, you could, but this is just for maintenance. You know, when we do a lot of these, we develop, you know, stuff like this, extra tools. But if you're doing your own pool, you wouldn't do it. And I'll show you what we would do if you don't have this. After we get it blown out, I'll show you guys what we'll do. Actually, we're just gonna connect it right here in here and blow it out. Simple as that.
A ring in there.
A ring? Yeah. So pretty much get enough fittings with this blower motor, because you got this big blue. We'll unscrew this. We'll put it in here, and then we'll blow everything out. So that's what we do if we didn't have this. This is just a little faster way to get it done. Film it, make it work. That's all I'm gonna do. All right, guys. I'm gonna go over the tools real quick while we're getting ready to blow that. We've got plugs here, number 12s, number 10s, a funnel system that we've got custom that we made, you know, that goes into the tubes. I'll show you that, you know, just a big channel locks, and then of course some more lids for different pumps. And this thing is called the Cyclone. We just put it up and we clean up the filter, but you can just use a hose and a sprayer, and obviously a hose. And 4 gallons of RV antifreeze, depending on the size of your swimming pool. So we're gonna go ahead, he's gonna turn that on, and we're gonna blow out everything, and then we're gonna go ahead and plug them, and then we'll just show you the whole system.
So it's this long, about 1/4 inch thick. Can you get it for me?
All right, guys, we got a little key here. It's a little trick. If you can't get these out, Hayward sells these. We're just gonna come in here, and there's a notch inside of this, and then we're just gonna slip it in here. Turn it. Sometimes they get stuck in there. The emergency is to get a wrench and do it, but it kind of gets a hold of those threads, that's what happened last time. Make sure you guys tighten them up really good. Got 1, 2, we got 1 more. All right, if you guys wanting to buy the Cyclone, or maybe you decide you want to buy it for your pool every year, that's why it's so nice. You see how clean it's getting already, and then you just sit there and spray it. And you got to do a lot of filter cleanups if you're going to get into the service industry. This is like the perfect little tool. And he's going to go ahead and get that thing cleaned up, spick and span. All right, we just shut off the fan. The blower is it having something wrong with the suction?
What are you talking about?
The seal?
No.
Or you're good to go?
Lock the drains and I'm done.
All right, so we locked the drains. All right, so one thing I was trying to get in the action, but it's all right. As we're blowing it, once all the returns and the skimmer, there's a drain right there. It's been locked. When those everything that's pushing out water that you can't plug. So I can't go down there and plug those drains, but I can airlock them. And this is a very effective way to airlock. So we just went ahead, you unplugged them, make sure there's no bubbles coming out. We're good here at the skimmer. And then the last thing is the drains. And then as it's blowing, we're gonna go ahead and shut that valve, and it's gonna airlock your drains, and you will not have any issues. So he's gonna go ahead and pull all the plugs. We've got one on here on the low points. We call them low point drains. Get you in there close. We always put them back in the pump system there. This is pretty easy. Just look around your pump and heater and make sure you guys find all the plugs.
Try to get that.
Might have to get a little wrench on that one. There we go. Just grab the seal off of it. Ready to go. So those are all the plugs, because that's the only one for the filter. Normally at the bottom, 2 on the pump, 1 on the heater for all of our Pentair stuff that we do. And on this one, we built this swimming pool, so we already know the equipment, but it should be relatively the same on yours. It's not too much difference. Just make sure you find every drain point, low point plug drains, and pull them out, and just keep them all in the same spot, wherever that is. Maybe it's in your house, in the pump, whatever, and then it keeps them all organized. Yeah, you can shut it, you're fine. All right guys, a little recap on it. We've got the 3 plugs in there. We're shutting it up. That's one thing amazing about an auto cover, is you shut it, I mean, it's done. Drains have been airlocked. Of course, this one's no mess with the lights. You don't drain it below the skimmer, never drain your pool. And then of course you've got the bottle in the skimmer, and it's plugged as well. So this is the best way to winterize your swimming pool. The old methods of draining a pool and all that, some people still do it, but we don't. And then we've got our drain off here. All of our drain plugs are off. Everything's in here actually. We've got our drain that's airlocked. Everything's been put back together. We shut off the power. The customer's gonna put the filter back in the garage. And that is it. That is how we close and winterize swimming pools. All right guys, we're on a big pool project here. One thing I didn't show you in this video was the skimmer and how we winterize that. So we've got your empty antifreeze jug here. We're gonna come in, come over here, and we're gonna press it in and wedge it right underneath, and maybe like pick it up a little bit, okay? And that way, when this freezes, it's gonna bunch into the, this is gonna act as your air barrier, right? So it will crush this versus like the skimmer, and that's where the water expands, it goes into that. Or you can use a gizmo, they make them where you can screw in. We've also got it plugged inside of there as well. After we blew it out, it's plugged. So that's how we do our skimmers. Here at Wetscpaes Fiberglass Pools. So if you guys have any questions, comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.